Now here's the deal, we wanted to recreate a similar finish again to what you would find with the GT350R that I bought and had back in 2016 to 2020. It was the Oxford white stock paint job, but then you had these really cool and dark blue stripes that are dual, like the Le Mans racing stripes that you've seen all over the years with Fords, and they go from the front end to the back. Then we wanted to put on red pinstriping to elevate the car even more. Now this process proved to be a very exciting one because we had to try to formulate the color scheme for the vehicle and try to find the right film colors that this owner would want to go for. Alright, so in the shop today we're working on is not only the full PPF wrap with this McLaren 750S Spider. It looks incredible. It's actually a 2025 model year car, and it's finished in a custom MSO Thetis color, which is, I believe, off of a Lamborghini Aventador. McLaren recreated it, but we're also working on the full stripe application for a 2016 Shelby GT350R. It's looking incredible. This was a fully Oxford white car, and we've progressed past the point where the front hood is completely finished now with those almost lightning blue like stripes and the red pinstriping. The owner was very excited about getting his GT350R fresh new makeover. He unfortunately missed out on getting the stripe application from the factory, but we're definitely working on taking care of him right now with this car. I used to own one of these and I really did love it. Going over all the years, looking back at it, it was one of my absolute favorite cars. I think my favorite Mustang ever. And then we have Alvaro finishing up right now with the top section for the stripe installation. Thanks, Alvaro. Then we have Eric out back working on prepping the trunk fender for this installation.
Beautiful car, completely transformed the whole thing. So the owner's gonna be stoked.
This is very exciting to me because I know the feeling of having a Shelby that has no stripes whatsoever and then getting the opportunity to completely change the look of your car by adding these incredible racing accents is very exciting. This owner has had his car for a couple of years now, and he has found himself in the scenario where he wants to completely change it up. Therefore, the next time he walks up to his car in the garage or takes it out to Cars and Coffee, it is looking different. So the husband and wife brought it out here for us to do this installation. So it's very exciting to be able to not only help a fellow Shelby owner out, a fellow subscriber to the channel, but just to get hands-on again with a Shelby GT350R. In my opinion, the GT350R is like the ultimate Ford Mustang. It really is. It sounds glorious with the 5.2 liter flat plane crank motor, revving past 8,000 RPM, plus being fully naturally aspirated, leaving us with basically no heat soak or overheating on the racetrack. It's a very balanced and lightweight car that is exciting because it's driver-centric using that manual transmission. The GT500s were not available with a manual. They were only available with an automatic, a dual-clutch automatic. Anyways, though, back to the installation. Real quickly, if you live in Southern California, we're doing a really cool drive starting here at Speed Phenom Film, our PPF studio here on the beach of Carlsbad, California. We're going to be linking up here and then going for a great mountain run and then getting some apple pie out in the country. So if you are local in SoCal and are free this Saturday, 12/14/24, please look in the description down below to join us for this fun drive. I just want to plug that in real quickly in this video for our fellow Mustang enthusiasts watching. So if you guys don't know this, when it comes to installing the special vinyl stripes for your vehicle, it's absolutely critical that you work on the lining up. So we used lasers and also a ton of measurements all around the panels to create a straight line flow from the beginning to the back. This takes a lot of time, but the most critical phase from our experience is when you first start out on the hood. You really got to make sure that you've lined up where those dual racing stripes will be, because that line starting right there where the hood is will impact the rest of the car. If you're just a little bit off, you'll find the whole stripe kit go all the way a bit left justified or right. You need to really make sure that you get your measurements right. So we made sure again to use lasers and precise measurements when it comes to the center of the stripes all the way to the end points of the hood. Once we got the hood finished with the application, we then transitioned all the way to the front bumper to finish all those independent bumper pieces going from the front to the bottom of the front. This is where it gets interesting because you have many different panels that are disconnected. Also, you have panels that wrap around where you got to get the film to fully crease over and blend in. We tried to really go after the design where it comes to a stock vinyl stripe where it stops a little bit before where the panel ends, but then on other panels where it just simply looked better, we tried to really crease the vinyl stripe all the way underneath that panel to blend it in. So I'm very happy with the progress so far that we have done with this vehicle. Okay, this is it, guys. We've completely finished off the stripes on the Shelby GT350R. So it's a full throwback to my GT350R I had a couple of years ago. I really miss this car. You know, it's such an iconic car, and seeing this fully transformed. I'm gonna show a photo of his car before it looked like this and after, but we just turned a fully Oxford white GT350R into something else. You know, it looks like this could be from the factory, at least in my opinion. We got the full blue stripe that's kind of like the lightning blue almost, with that red pinstripe all around the vehicle going all the way down, and then the license plate's gonna go right there. So it's really cool how even if people didn't order the stripes from factory, you know, you can still have that opportunity over the years if you wanted to change up the look of your car. Same thing with me. I'm considering with the GTD getting it. You know, maybe if they do offer stripes, maybe don't do stripes initially and have some fun with how the car could look with a livery or putting my own stripes on top. Because these cars look very good without stripes, but then later on, you know, doing stuff like this, it really changes it up over the years. It's getting me pumped because Ford just announced the big video for the Mustang GTD getting launched at the Nürburgring. They've been spending a lot of time this past year going after a really fast lap at the Nürburgring. The GT350 didn't race in GT3 class. It raced I believe it was GT4. They created the Mustang GT4. Actually, they did, guys. And if you haven't seen our video of me testing out the Mustang GT4 race car, I'll have it linked on the top of the screen right now. It was a lot of fun. It was actually a stripeless, I think it was Oxford white Mustang GT4 that looks similar to this right here. This new GTD is going to be taking, you know, this car and the new 7th gen Mustang to the next level. So it's really cool. And the best part is, in my opinion, when you consider the GT350R for what it is, it's such a balanced Mustang, and it's significantly lighter than the GT500. I noticed when I got my GT500 that it was much faster accelerating for sure, but when it comes to the corners, you can feel the extra couple hundred pounds. This being a manual dedicated car, it's a very unique experience. You can't buy this with an automatic. That saves the weight, of course. Finally, walking this way, I do want to point out a few finishing touches that only are on the 2016 Shelby GT350. So this vehicle uniquely does not have the shark fin up top. Do you see where I'm pointing? Right there, that hockey puck. Well, over the years, Ford actually changed that to be a big shark fin, and it matches the rest of the Ford lineup, being Ford Explorers. I think even some of the trucks have it. With this vehicle, though, I really preferred the model years 2016 to 2020 because they kept that little hockey puck design. What's funny to me is that with the Mustang GTD, they ended up going back to this design for the hockey puck. So I wonder if it was better for aerodynamics, or I would say the test audience thought it looked better, because in my opinion, that is the way you got to keep it, because it just flows so well. That's going to wrap up the full project for this Shelby GT350R. If you guys are interested in getting your work done on your Mustang Shelby, you will find our contact information in the description down below. We're always super eager to help out anyone who supports the channel, watches the videos. Not only that, just anyone who wants to get their car work done by putting on new paint protection film to protect their brand new investment, especially when it comes to this 750S right here to my left. That's a very special car. It's not a cheap car either. These paint jobs, you spend a good amount of money for them and you wait a long time. Say with my 750, I wait over a year for the car. When you go on the road, there's so many risks that can happen, especially when it comes to ruining your paint job. So that's the beauty of all this PPF material, is that it's like a screen protector for your car, shielding it, protecting it from these environmental hazards on the road. So if you are interested in getting your car PPF'd or even having a matte PPF application put on, there's so many cool things you can do. So again, you'll find our contact info in the description down below, or email support@speedphenomfilm.com. Anyways, looking forward to showing you guys the showroom here and the latest projects going on inside the shop. Regarding Mustang, again, we should have the GTD here hopefully soon, so that's going to be an exciting project to cover. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like button. It really helps me out, and subscribe for much more great videos coming out your way. I'll see you in the next episode.